Top 10 Most Shocking Mutinies and Shipwrecks in History. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be stranded in the middle of the ocean after a shocking mutiny or catastrophic shipwreck? Imagine the chaos, the terror, and the raw fight for survival. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 most shocking mutinies and shipwrecks in history. From rebellious crews to tragic disasters, these tales will keep you on the edge of your seat. So grab your life jackets because this is one voyage you won't want to miss. But before we embark on this thrilling journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more incredible stories from the depths of history. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on our upcoming videos. Segment 1. The Mutiny on the Bounty. Our first tale is one of the most famous mutinies in history, the Mutiny on the Bounty. In 1789, the HMS Bounty, led by Captain William Bligh, was bound for the West Indies. However, the crew, led by Fletcher Christian, had other plans. After enduring months of harsh treatment, the crew mutinied, setting Bligh and his loyalists adrift in a small boat. Against all odds, Bligh navigated over 3,600 miles to safety, a testament to his navigational prowess and sheer determination. The mutineers, however, faced their own struggles, and their fate became a subject of intrigue and mystery. The story of the Mutiny on the Bounty is a dramatic tale of rebellion on the high seas. Captain Bligh's brutal leadership style pushed his crew to the brink, leading to a daring mutiny orchestrated by his second-in-command, Fletcher Christian. As Bligh and his loyalists faced the open ocean with minimal supplies, their survival seemed impossible. Yet, Bligh's remarkable navigation skills saw them safely to Timor. Meanwhile, the mutineers' quest for a new life led them to the remote Pitcairn Island, where their descendants live to this day. This story is a timeless reminder of the limits of human endurance and the quest for freedom. Segment 2. The Sinking of the Titanic. Next up, the unsinkable ship that sank the Titanic. In April 1912, the RMS Titanic, a symbol of luxury and technological advancement, struck an iceberg and met a tragic fate. More than 1,500 lives were lost in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The lack of lifeboats and the ship's unheeding arrogance contributed to one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. The Titanic's story has captivated generations, a somber reminder of human fallibility and the unpredictability of nature. The Titanic's sinking is one of the most notorious shipwrecks in history. Dubbed unsinkable, this luxury liner was a marvel of early 20th century engineering. However, its tragic collision with an iceberg revealed fatal flaws in its design and preparedness. The disaster highlighted the hubris of human engineering and the unpredictability of nature. The Titanic's legacy continues to fascinate, with numerous books, films, and exhibitions dedicated to its story. It serves as a powerful lesson in humility and the importance of respecting the natural world. Segment 3. The Essex Disaster. Our third story takes us to the heart of the Pacific Ocean with the tragic tale of the Essex. In 1820, the whaling ship Essex was rammed by a massive sperm whale. The ship sank, leaving the crew stranded in 3 small boats. Their ordeal, which lasted over 90 days, included starvation, exposure, and even cannibalism. This harrowing event inspired Herman Melville's classic novel, Moby Dick, and stands as a brutal testament to human endurance and the fierce unpredictability of the sea. The Essex disaster is a haunting tale of survival against unimaginable odds. After their ship was destroyed by a whale, the crew of the Essex faced a grim battle for life. Their journey saw them traverse vast stretches of ocean, with food and water supplies dwindling rapidly. The crew's desperate measures, including cannibalism, underscore the extreme lengths humans will go to in order to survive. The story of the Essex remains a chilling reminder of the power of nature and the depths of human desperation. Segment 4. The Mutiny on the Batavia. The Batavia Mutiny is one of the bloodiest in maritime history. In 1629, the Dutch ship Batavia wrecked on the Abrolhos Islands off the coast of Australia. Survivors made it to a nearby island, only to face a brutal mutiny led by Geronimus Cornelis. Cornelis and his followers executed over 100 men, women, and children in a bid for power. Eventually, the mutiny was crushed, but not before a horrific wave of violence swept through the survivors, leaving a bloody stain on history. The story of the Batavia is a chilling blend of shipwreck and mutiny. After the shipwreck, the survivors' hopes for rescue were shattered by Cornelis's tyrannical rule. His descent into madness and cruelty turned the island into a bloody battleground. The eventual defeat of the mutineers brought some justice, but the scars of the violence remained. The Batavia Mutiny is a stark example of how quickly order can descend into chaos, especially in desperate circumstances. Segment 5. The Sinking of the Lusitania. On May 7, 1915, the RMS Lusitania, a British ocean liner, was torpedoed by a German U-boat off the coast of Ireland. The ship sank in just 18 minutes, taking nearly 1,200 lives with it. The sinking of the Lusitania played a crucial role in shifting public opinion against Germany during World War I, eventually leading to the United States joining the conflict. This disaster highlights the perils of maritime warfare and the tragic consequences of global conflict. The Lusitania's sinking was a pivotal moment in World War I. As the liner was carrying civilians, including Americans, its destruction by a German U-boat caused international outrage. The rapid sinking of the ship left little time for evacuation, resulting in a significant loss of life. The event marked a turning point in the war, influencing the United States' decision to join the Allies. The Lusitania disaster underscores the devastating impact of warfare on innocent lives and the far-reaching consequences of military actions. Hey there! If you're enjoying these gripping tales, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling stories from history. Segment 6. The Wreck of the Medusa. In 1816, the French frigate Méduse ran aground off the coast of Senegal due to poor navigation and incompetence. Over 150 survivors were set adrift on a makeshift raft with scant provisions. The raft's ordeal lasted for 13 days and was marked by starvation, dehydration, and cannibalism. Only 15 survived, and their horrifying experience was immortalized in Theodore Géricault's famous painting, The Raft of the Medusa, a powerful depiction of human suffering and resilience. The Medusa shipwreck is a tragic tale of incompetence and survival. The captain's poor decision-making led to the ship running aground, and the subsequent chaos saw over 150 people cast adrift on a flimsy raft. Their ordeal was marked by extreme suffering, with survivors resorting to cannibalism to stay alive. The story of the Medusa is a stark reminder of the consequences of leadership failure and the human capacity for endurance in the face of dire circumstances. Segment 7. The Mutiny on the Potemkin. The Potemkin Mutiny of 1905 was a pivotal moment in Russian history. The crew of the battleship Potemkin revolted against their oppressive officers during the Russian Revolution of 1905. The mutiny began over maggot-infested meat and quickly escalated into a full-scale rebellion. The mutineers attempted to spark a wider revolution, but their efforts were ultimately quashed. The Potemkin Mutiny remains a symbol of resistance against tyranny and is immortalized in Sergei Eisenstein's classic film, Battleship Potemkin. The Potemkin Mutiny is a powerful example of rebellion against oppressive authority. The crew's revolt over spoiled food quickly turned into a larger struggle for justice and change. Although the mutiny was ultimately suppressed, it became a significant moment in the lead-up to the Russian Revolution. The story of the Potemkin Mutiny highlights the power of collective action and the enduring fight against injustice. It remains a symbol of courage and resistance. Segment 8. The Sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff. In one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history, the MV Wilhelm Gustloff was sunk by a Soviet submarine in January 1945. The ship, carrying over 10,000 refugees fleeing the advancing Red Army, was struck by torpedoes and sank in the freezing Baltic Sea. An estimated 9,000 people, many of them women and children, perished in the icy waters. The sinking of the Wilhelm Gustloff is a tragic reminder of the horrors of war and the desperate plight of refugees. The Wilhelm Gustloff disaster is a heart-wrenching story of war and displacement. As refugees fled the horrors of the advancing Red Army, their hopes for safety were dashed when their ship was torpedoed. The sinking resulted in one of the greatest maritime losses of life, with thousands perishing in the frigid waters. This tragic event underscores the immense human cost of war and the vulnerability of those seeking refuge from conflict. Segment 9. The Wreck of the Andrea Doria. On July 25, 1956, the Italian ocean liner SS Andrea Doria collided with the MS Stockholm near the coast of Nantucket. The Andrea Doria sank, taking 46 lives with it. The collision was a result of navigational errors and dense fog. Despite the tragedy, the rescue operation is considered one of the most successful in maritime history, saving over 1,600 passengers and crew. The wreck of the Andrea Doria remains a haunting underwater graveyard, attracting divers from around the world. The Andrea Doria shipwreck is a tale of tragedy and heroism. The collision with the Stockholm occurred in dense fog, highlighting the dangers of maritime navigation. The subsequent sinking of the Andrea Doria resulted in significant loss of life, but the efficient rescue operation saved many more. The wreck itself has become a legendary sight for divers, offering a poignant reminder of the disaster. The story of the Andrea Doria illustrates the constant risks faced by those at sea and the bravery of rescue efforts. Segment 10. The Mutiny on the Amistad. Our final story is the Mutiny on the Amistad in 1839. African captives, led by Sangbi Piao and his Joseph Cinque, seized control of the Spanish schooner La Amistad off the coast of Cuba. The mutineers demanded to be returned to Africa, but the ship was intercepted by the U.S. Navy. The subsequent trial became a landmark case in the fight against slavery, with the U.S. Supreme Court eventually granting the mutineers their freedom. The Amistad Mutiny is a powerful symbol of resistance and the quest for freedom. The Amistad Mutiny is a profound story of resistance and justice. The African captives' successful revolt against their captors marked a significant moment in the struggle against slavery. Their subsequent trial in the United States became a pivotal case, ultimately leading to their freedom and underscoring the principles of justice and human rights. The story of the Amistad is a testament to the enduring fight for freedom and the resilience of the human spirit. And there you have it, the top 10 most shocking mutinies and shipwrecks in history. These stories of survival, rebellion, and tragedy continue to captivate and inspire us. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible tales from the annals of history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.